Okay, we are live on YouTube. So, hello YouTube. I'm here today with Rogério and Juliano. Today, we're gonna talk about how society shape us and how we shape it back. Let me explain a little bit about the platform. I'm not a teacher. I'm a student as well. So, the Talking Talk platform is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. This is not a regular class, like I said, I'm not a teacher. We are here to learn together by practicing in a real environment, you know. Um, and First of all, we can start introducing ourselves. Let me start. My name is Elton. I'm a guy from São Paulo. I've been uh, I've been learning English here on the platform since 2023, and I'm a software developer. Here on the Talk and Talk, you can find a lot of IT guys, and yeah, that's enough. Go ahead, Juliano. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Of course, my name is Juliano, I'm 22. I work as intern in SAP area, in IT area in general. I study science and technology. I live in somewhere near the campus. Side on the college, really like to watch animes, movies, spend some time, playing games. I really like games. And I think that's all about me for now.
Nice. Thank you, Juliano. Go ahead, Rogério. Tell us a little bit.
Yes, good evening, guys. I'm Rogério. I'm 15 years old. I live here in Rio de Janeiro, but I was born in São Paulo. I'm married. I'm accountant. I'm here in Talk Talk is I think 1 year and late July, 12 months, 1 year and third months. Yes, 30 months. Um, in my free time, I like to play my guitar, to study English, yes, study accounting terms, and that's it about me.
Nice, nice. I am about to, I don't know, maybe more than 1 year trying to learn how to play the guitar. I have one, but and I don't know, I'm lazy, to start the classes. Sometimes
Yes,
I get the guitar and I try to learn a little bit, watch some YouTube videos, but I need to do that more. It's like the English, we need to keep the constants. But
yes,
one day I'd like to play very well.
yeah, I hope so.
Nice. Okay, guys, we can start with the questions. Let me start with you, Juliano. I would like to know from you, what is something about society you wish more people questioned, or talked about?
Talking about this question, I was thinking here before to answer this question, and I think one of them that is very important to talk is about taxes in general. I think there are a lot of things in Brazil that are so expensive. One of them, one example, is car. I was talking one day about it. For example, I think the most cheap car nowadays is a and I think 30% or 40% of the full value is all about tax. And this doesn't make sense, because we need pay a lot of tax when we are gonna buy this car. And when we pay I forgot the name of the bill when we pay all the year about cars, I think it's IPVA.
IPVA, yeah.
Yes, yes, that's right. IPVA. So when we pay IPVA, we pay about the full value. So we pay the tax two times, two times. So it doesn't make sense, you know. So I think this is a big problem that happened with everybody, but maybe a lot of people don't know about this, you know, because we pay one time the tax when we buy the car, and after that we pay again the tax when we pay the EPVA. So it doesn't make sense, you know. But a lot of people maybe don't know, so don't talk about is one of the problem in Brazil, you know.
Yeah, it's like we pay to buy and we pay to use, you know. Every year
Yes.
you need to pay to use, you know, and we have the risk that we can lose, you know, something that we bought. Yeah, I agree with you, you know. I I'd like to talk about the same things, you know, about learn more about the taxes, learn more about the financial things, you know. I really believe that it could be some kind of subject that we can learn during our journey as a student, you know. And yeah, I really believe that we need to learn how to manage better our money, you know. And yeah, I don't know if you have already realized it, but our culture is a little bit different from another countries, you know. Here we give more importance to buy a car, to buy a motorcycle, you know, than to really do a better investment, you know, like buy a slot. I don't know if it's right, but buy something that it will that it is much more important, you know, like a house or manage better your money at all, you know. And you, Rogério, what do you think?
Totally agree with Juliano. Uh, uh, we are Brazilian, so we have a culture that we accept all. You know, we do not fight for our rights. I think we need to better. We need to improve in our hospital, in medicine, better doctors. We had a many we have a many violence, many crimes. You know, so I'd like to see people question about it because it's very important as we are living with human beings, you know, not as animals. We need this because it's important for us for our society. Um, I can say many other things, transportation, uh, another. So, but I think tax is very expensive. I agree. I am accountant. I know what Juliana says. So, uh, talking about the hospital and health care is very important because if you pay tax, you know, we need we certainly we wait for this research back for us, but it's not happened. It's not happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about it as well. I totally agree with you, you know. We need to track more. We need to follow, you know, this money to see what they are doing with the money, you know, because we pay taxes for a reason to improve our country, you know, our schools, our services at all. And I believe that last week I watched a video, you know, about the judge's salary, you know. It was unbelievable, you know. They earn well, you know, and they created a lot of benefits, you know, that the salary can increase a lot. It's oh my gosh, it no make sense for me, you know. And nowadays we have some kind of portal, to it's like a transparent portal, to see the product's salary, and you can follow and you can really see that they are earning much more that's necessary, and
Oh, I agree. Sorry, all those travel, they hide this information.
yeah,
No,
man.
no, as Juliana said, no makes sense. Why you hold this good information? Because this money is not theirs. It's our money, do you know?
Yeah, they have a house, but they receive a benefit to pay for a house, for a car, for a cell phone, you know. They have already a good salary, but they have a lot of benefits that is not necessary, We can see that they are not there because trying to help the citizen, the population. They are there just to live a good life,
Yeah.
I,
Oh, think about rent a good car, you know, stay in a good hotel, eat in a good food. My God, what's happened?
yeah,
Uh, uh, oh Jesus, getting plane, not a first class, just in a private, you know.
totally, totally. And there are a lot of ghost employees, you know. Man, we need to change a lot of things here in our country. And yeah, anyway, guys, talk about politics is not easy,
Not easy. I agree.
There are a lot of things uh, to complain, and to discuss. Okay, we can move to the next one. Let me start with you, Rogério. Do you feel like you fit into the society you live in, or do you often feel different?
Guys, I live in a dangerous place, you know. Yes, Rio de Janeiro uh, is a dangerous place to live. So there are many motorcycles, you know, many strangers guys. So it's a it's a I'm not I'm not fitting into this society because I'm a calm person. I like to talk, you know. So uh, I have a house besides my right side. There is a I don't know how can I say macumbeiro, tempo de macumba.
I
Yes,
don't know as well.
yes, right side. In the left side, there are a woman that she likes gossip, you know. So it's very difficult, very difficult. I just stay at home with my wife and I and just live with our two dogs and not talk to all the people all the time. Yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine it. Are you from the capital of Rio de Janeiro?
I'm from São Paulo, the capital. Carapicuíba, do you know? Carapicuíba, Osasco,
Yeah, I
Barueri.
know, I know.
Yeah, I'm from São
It
Paulo.
it's
I'm
near
here
here.
since
I
yes,
live in Capão Redondo.
Capão Redondo, yes,
Yeah, it's near.
near, yes.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Rogério. And you, Juliano? How do you
About
feel in your society?
I think there are some subjects that I think that I fit, but other subjects I don't fit, you know. And I think this is normal. I think, of course, Brazil have a lot of troubles in general, but other countries have too, you know. And this is the life, you know. But sometimes we are more close to these problems, and this is the problem, you know, because of course, some like we are talking about judges in general that earn a lot of money, you know. Of course, they are not close to the problems like we are here, you know. We are more close to the problems than the kind of judges that earn a lot of money, living in good places and things like that, you know. So I think it depends on the perspective, you know. I
I
think all
know.
the kind of countries have problems, but you know, maybe some people are more close to the problem because don't have choice, you know, yet to change or are trying to change this, you know.
Yeah, yeah, good point. Maybe here we can change it, you know, you have opportunities. We can find opportunities easier than some countries, you know, that is some poor countries from Africa or this kind of thing, you know. Talk about the you know, the not the about the Brazilian society, you know, but talk about the like Rogério said, you know, I'm from a poor parts of the city, and the my perspective changed a lot, you know, since I was a teenager, and nowadays I have a different point of view, you know, about my neighborhood, about my circle, you know, and nowadays I not nowadays, but I have the feeling that in the past I had this feeling, you know, about oh I'm different, you know, like I need to change. I need better things, you know, like uh, when you follow the when you follow I don't know how can I say that in English, but in Portuguese we say manada. When you follow, you know, this thing sometimes you are just living, you know, you are not getting better, you're not improving yourself or seeking better things for your life, you know, you are just living each day, you know, and yeah, it's hard to explain, guys, but you know, here we have a bad culture, you know, I mean, can be used to lose yourself, you know, like there are a lot of bad things that can maybe make you to to lose your path, you know. Yeah, anyway, I can't explain that very well. Just leaving to know. Okay, guys, let's move on. The question number three: How does how does culture influence what a society considers normal or right? Mm, I mean, maybe a lot in my point of view, you know, because sometimes we are living in a culture that we make some situations that is not good as a normal situation, you know, as a normal thing to do. And, you know, it's like, oh, everyone is doing this wrong. Everyone is doing this wrong thing, so I can do as well, you know. Sometimes we say that, you know, like, oh, everyone is make a mistake. I can make a mistake as well, you know, like let's follow them. And sometimes it's part of the culture, I think. It's not right, you know. Sometimes you need to think more following the ethical, you know, our ethical thinking, you know, than follow just our friends or the people around us, you know. Sometimes you need to think very well about the things that we consider normal or right, you know. And you, Juliano, what do you think?
I think the same as you. I think like you said, sometimes the people just follow the path that all other people are doing, you know. And this is a big problem because, for example, here everybody, I think everybody already saw something like that. For example, about the, I don't know the word in English, but culture of cancelamento, on internet that people do a lot, There are a lot of moments that someone, don't try search, see if this information is true, but just, start, talk talk and share fake news about someone, just to do this person. Uh, no, like just doing bad things, talking bad things to other one, just because someone are doing the same thing, but a lot of times it's just a fake news. And this is about follow the path that you were saying before, I think this is a big problem, and it happens because the people, are always being influenced about the other people,
Yeah.
because I think if there is a new about something, bro, you just need to go there and see if this is fake or not. But a lot of people don't do it, just share the new, and it can really prejudice someone. And we are talking about this kind of culture about cancelamento in general.
Yeah, I agree with you, Talking about internet, we can see that a lot. Yesterday I was seeing a news about the Roberto Justus' daughter, you know. She was in a picture with a bag, an expensive bag, by the way, and there were a lot of malicious or bad comments, you know, because of that, you know, and uh, a lot of comments wishing the uh, her death, like is unnecessary, and on the internet I can realize that we can see that a lot. The people thinks that it is a place without law, That's very bad. And you, Rogério, what do you think, man?
Yes, we are in the same page. People, we always thinking about we can judge all the people because your behavior. Okay, there are some guys that, as you said, uh, commit commit bad did bad things. Yeah, okay, but talking about culture influence, we need to have our idea, our thoughts, and avoid to accept their influence. We always think we can judge all people. I think not. Uh, uh, Normal or right? Yes. Uh, we have this behavior to judge people. Uh, yeah, we have this culture to say if someone is wrong, you're right, you are. I think we are adults. All of us are responsible, father or mother, So as Eugene said, I saw some people cancel someone in the social media just to not to agree if your behavior. Okay, some people uh, made bad behavior. Yes, okay, but not uh, important to not to receive this influence. Okay, uh, say what you are thinking, what you are. If you have a value, if you have a good education, judge the situation about your values. I think. Okay.
Yeah, one thing is right, on the internet we can't be accepted for everyone, I don't know, I admire the digital influencers, because they are all the time being attacked, you know,
Yes.
for every for every sides, isn't easy. Okay, guys, the next one. What role do individuals play in shaping or changing society? Like, I have a phrase that I heard it a lot from the elders, It's like uma andorinha não faz verão. I would like to know from you, what do you think about this topic? Go ahead, Juliano.
This question is very good, I think, because I think each one have a big role in our society. I was thinking about this new culture. Sometimes I watch TikTok and scroll on TikTok, and today a lot of teenagers, and young people don't want to be more CLT, and this is very funny because there are a lot of people that are thinking something like, oh, that are try to get better jobs, because there are a lot of
Awesome.
people that work as CLT and doesn't have a good quality of life, and have this new culture of fluence. So people want to work on internet, be YouTuber and a lot of other stuff. So it's something that changed. I think in the past everybody wanted to study on the college, work as CLT, but nowadays currently is something that are totally different. So this is the role of the society. Each generation can change something. And this is the new change, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Good point. I grew up, heard a lot. So you need to study to become a doctor, a lawyer, something important. And nowadays you can see a lot of teenagers, or even some child, you know, that they would like to become an influencer or something like that, work with internet. The things changed a lot. Yeah. About the role, about individuals, what role do individuals play in the society? I really believe that everyone uh, everyone creates a significant impact, in the society. It's like sometimes we say, "Oh, just me, I will not do the difference," and I am, I am, I don't agree with that. I really believe that sometimes just your behavior, a good behavior can influence another one. Like if someone can see you doing the right thing, or you know maybe the example, can be good for the society. It can really influence the society, and Rogério, what do you think, man? What role do individuals play in shaping or changing society?
To change it, I think teach teach children and teenagers respect older people. I think it's good because they don't respect, you know, don't respect. I think we are adults, so we need to shape this teenager to study. Very important to study because their life is flying very fast. So I think uh, it's study in college, do a university, do a course in, yes, do course in a university, or after that you can learn some English as we are doing now. So respect in education, I think it can change our life. It's my view.
Nice, nice. Good one. Um, okay, what do you think is one of the biggest challenges uh, your society is facing today? Go ahead, Rogério.
Yes, biggest challenge in your society. Yes, I think we have many people living the streets. Many people, poor people. We are so difficult. We are in a winter, right? So very difficult to live. Uh, for example, my case, for example, I am far away from my house in another city, in a hotel. He's hot. I have a bed. I have a don't know how can I say coberta. But people live in the street, okay? They I think they ask to God to help us, someone help us to give you a food or something to eat because they know they will live in the street. For my view, we don't have empathy, we don't have
Yeah,
small people help these people, small people.
I agree.
Politics, no, no help them.
Nowadays we
Right.
have a lot of homeless, you know.
Homeless, nice, homeless. Yes,
Yeah, I really believe that we have a problem because we have a lot of bad guys, on the street, and sometimes we have some kinds of fear, you know. We are we are fear to help, because there are a lot of scams, people that like to take advantages, and sometimes, like here in Brazil, we used to give a coin, when we stop our car uh, on the traffic light, and sometimes we don't give it, we, we don't give that because we don't know. We have the feeling, I don't know if he really needs, like sometimes they don't needs, or they use the money to use drugs, to buy bad things, and sometimes I really believe that we are not trusting anymore, you know. We have this problem nowadays.
yes.
And you, Juliana, what do you think? What do you think
I
is one of the biggest challenges?
Oh, there are a lot of them, but if I was choosing one, I think interested one is about, I think today is the biggest challenge teach the new generation, about these subjects in the school in a lot of other, because something that I realize is the young guys don't want to study anymore, and I don't know the exactly the reason, but I know is in the past the people had this feeling like I don't want to study in the past. It always existed, but I think nowadays it's more easy to see, people that don't want to study, and maybe it's because like we are talking about the new professions, the new jobs, the new works can be about that, but it's important instead, not just to get a CLT job, or if you really want to be a influencer or something like that. It's important study to understand about taxes, you know, like we are talking about. So it's not just about, you know, getting university or something like that. Study is important because help us in our daily routine, in a lot of other subjects in your life. And I think the new generation, the young guys, don't want to study. You know, I can tell it.
Yeah, yeah. Good point. I see the same, you know. I have a little daughter, and with cell phone, they are facing a big challenge, you know, to really study, to really learn something new or about the school, you know. Because nowadays with cell phone, they don't feel more boring, you know. Like all the time you have something to do in your cell phone, like scroll down social media, play some game, you know, and always have something to do on the cell phone. I mean, and sometimes they have a problem to follow a good routine, you know, like to study, to learn, to really learn something. And yeah, good point, Juliana. Mm, okay, it's it's our it's our time, Rogério.
Could be no problem.
Go ahead.
Question 6. Have you ever changed your behavior or opinion because of social pressure? Yes, yes. We have many other opinion. Many people thinking different. So we have this situation all the time. Sometimes I accept I'm wrong. I sometimes someone can open my mind, have a good experience. So I accept when I'm wrong. If I if I if for my it's impossible to see uh, in the large scale. I think I don't have a problem, but sometimes people stay uh, huge, bravo. I think huge because you don't agree with him or with her. So we have some kind of people, no, I'm right. I'm right. You need to accept my idea. I don't change my think. Oh, okay, I see these people all the time. So my case, for example, I'm I am I have my mind open, so no problem if I am commit mistake and confess. But I think if I'm right, okay, it's my turn. It's my view. From my view, no, I'm right. I don't know. I don't have doubts because about this subject, so I don't change my mind behavior for pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, good point. I agree with you. We have a lot of social pressure, you know, living, especially in São Paulo, you know. And one of them, I believe that can be like, yo, you need to have success, you know. And sometimes, even with the social medias, you know, you have the feeling that we are late all the time, you know, like, oh, I need to grow, I need to earn more, I need to have a better salary. And in my case, I have ever changed my behavior, you know, because of that. But nowadays, I really believe that I can balance it better, you know, like if we have uh, ambition, you know, it is good, you know, without exceed, you know, the ambitious limit boundary. But we need to take care because sometimes when we live under pressure, you know, to have success, to be better in everything, sometimes it can uh, get us sick, you know, with anxious depression, and yeah, living here, I really believe that to have this kind of problem. And you, Juliana?
Uh, Sorry, is the question number
Six. Have
six?
you ever
Oh,
changed your behavior or opinion because of social pressure?
oh, I think so because sometimes Yes, because sometimes, depends a lot on the kind of environment that we are, because if we are talking about some important subject in an environment that everybody, is respectful, can share their points of view without fight, is a good environment to talk, to learn, to discuss about the topics. But sometimes, you don't know. Sometimes you are in some environment, you are trying to talk something that happened or some subject that the people bring to the conversation. And sometimes, when I see that's not, it's not, possible keeping talking about the subject, I just stop to talk about it, sometimes I say, oh, yeah, I agree, but not because I really agree, because, sometimes it's important to be smart, because I think it's when you are talking about some subject, it's it's always it's always possible to learn, so let's try learn, not just talk, oh, my point of view is better than you. No, let's go try, you know understand each other, learn each other with each other, but there are some environments that we are talking, and it looks like someone just wants to prove yourself, and I think that's not the right. The right is just talk and share points of view, learn. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, yeah. Good point. We are always inserted in some kind of a bubble, you know, and it can be easy, can be light, if we could take it easy each other, Nice, nice question. Go ahead, Juliano. Read the next one for us. Question number 7.
Of course, how do laws, media, and education shape how a society thinks and acts? Let me think. I think all of these three have a big power in their hands, because they always can share only their perspective, their goals, or something like that. And this is a big problem because, for example, talk about media. I think media just share bad things, just bad thing, people dying, just that. And the people, it and looks like the people just want to see it, because it's very hard you see someone, trying, watch something that is good, or it's hard you see media sharing someone doing good things to other one, it's very hard. So I think of these three, have a big power in their hands. And of course, when you're talking about laws, it's very important to have laws, to shape our world, it is important sometimes make other laws, build other laws, education, it's very important too, because by the education, people can grow in their careers, learn about the world, learn about the things, We are talking English here because education, I think laws and education is very, very important in our life. Of course, the media is important too, but I was talking about bad habits, bad things that media, do. And one of them that I said before is share just the bad side, never talk about the good side, and this is very bad because sometimes we don't know the good things that happen in our country or in the world, because always show the bad side.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that both can be a good uh, combination, And like you have said, laws can help us to set a boundary, a limit, in our attitudes, in our behaviors. Education, it is one more thing really help us to follow the laws, to follow the rules, I mean. And yeah, I don't know exactly, but both can bring some benefits for us. And you, Rogério, what do you think?
Totally agree as well, guys. Social media not help us just to show us many others crimes, violence. They like to show us bad things. They what they do. They shape our behavior society. Uh, Talking about law, we have a law, important law, that if you die, if you kill someone, you go to the jail, but people continue to kill people, stealing, you know, don't know how to say homophobic with the woman, I forget this word. So yeah, it's very difficult. Uh, I think here in Brazil, maybe you could have uh, other law. I mean, as is United States, you go to the prisão perpétua, não how can I say in English. So yeah, it's important because life is very important. If you see someone kill another, uh, doing bad things with children, oh Jesus, it's oh, no makes sense. It's inacceptable, you know, inacceptable.
Yeah,
In my
yeah.
view.
I believe that laws, media, and education in a right manner, it can show us how we need to take our life, like I don't know, maybe they are related. Like education, we can look more to the past, we can learn, media as well, we can learn a new perspective of life using the medias, and the laws the same that I said before. We have we have limits, we have barriers that we can't cross, we can't make a mistake that you know I don't know. It's hard to explain this question, but think about the topic. Think about the options here. For me, it really makes sense, and it really shaped our societies. Mm, and what we like to say, every action that is a consequence, bring a consequence. Um, okay, let's move on, guys. Oh, let me see if we have time. Mm, well, we don't have more time, guys. The time is flies. Okay, let me put the server here. Let me close the live as well. So, bye bye.